Frank Miller Lumber specializes in producing the finest quarter-sawn and plain-sawn American hardwood, including white oak, red oak, cherry, hard maple, and walnut. Quarter sawing and plain sawing are the most common large-scale sawing methods in the lumber industry, both offering different benefits in building and design. Plain-sawn hardwood is fast and efficient to produce, cutting boards in a series of parallel cuts, then turning the log and making the next series of cuts perpendicular to the first set. This provides wider boards than quarter-sawn with a variety of grain patterns, such as the familiar cathedral or flame-shaped pattern. Quarter-sawn lumber is more stable than plain-sawn and less likely to cup, twist, or warp. Quarter sawing has a great deal to do visually with the relationship between the tree's growth rings and medullary rays, which emanate from the center of the log like the spokes of a wheel. All trees have these rays, but in red oak and white oak, they are most visually pronounced. The quarter-sawn process begins with a log first cut into halves, then again into quarters. These quartered logs are then cut into boards, moving from the log's center outward through a sequence of flipping and turning the log. It is these center cuts that reveal the beauty of fleck, ray fleck, or figure patterns naturally created by the medullary rays. The center cut boards which reveal the most fleck are considered quartered. As the process continues away from center, where less fleck is noticeable, these boards are considered rift. Frank Miller Lumber's quarter-sawn hardwood production process begins in the log yard. Logs are selected and carried to the debarking station, the first step in turning hand-selected timber into quarter-sawn lumber. The manually operated large-capacity debarking machine rapidly processes raw timber and passes logs into a staging position, ready for the head saw. The head saw operator employs a high-tech laser scanner to determine the optimum position to make the first saw line in the log. Production information, such as log count, board footage sawn, and related statistics are captured by the log scanner. The log is separated into quarters and moved to the resaw area. There, a bandsaw slices alternating faces of the quartered log from the inside out while turning it end for end on a carousel between each pass through the saw. Next, the quartered and rift sawn boards are subjected to the industry's highest standards of quality assurance. A computerized optimizing edger and a precision ed trimmer clean the edges and length of each board for maximum grade yield. This advanced control system provides length, width, and thickness data to assist Frank Miller Lumber trained lumber inspectors in properly grading each board. Once measured and marked, the boards travel down the grading chain where they are stacked in designated bundles before going to the sticking department. There, profiled drying sticks are placed at 12 or 24-inch intervals on each layer of boards to allow air movement between layers while maintaining the lumber's flatness during air and kiln drying. The drying process can take from 35 days to as long as 8 months, depending upon the species and thickness of the hardwood. After kiln drying, the hardwood boards are regraded and sent to the warehouse for accurate identification, tally, and storage, ready to be shipped to a Frank Miller Lumber customer. American hardwoods have entered their 4th century of providing beauty and authenticity, warmth and integrity, lasting aesthetic and functional value to interiors. For floors, furniture, molding, millwork, and cabinetry, Frank Miller Lumber's quarter-sawn hardwoods are unrivaled in beauty, strength, and stability.